share my screen. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, y'all. So a couple notes as we get started today for the training. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is the 3 secrets to becoming a 100K plus online fit pro or health pro. Make sure right now that you turn off your notifications on your phone. You tell your wife that you need an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less, in order to focus here. You tell your children that they can feed their own damn selves while you're on this training, or whatever else you need to do to stay completely focused, because I'm going to give you some secrets here you simply cannot find anywhere else. This is all about how to easily generate $100,000 a year with online training without massive overhead like you need with a gym. Those of you thought about becoming a gym owner, that's basically a recipe for making no profit. Complicated funnels or even a website. Okay, so let me know in the chat right now if you are giving me your full attention. Say hell yeah. Or if you have an issue with profanity, say heck yeah. Let me know in the chat right now if I got your full attention. Remember, this next hour is an investment that you are making into yourself. This is time you're giving yourself so that you can change more lives, have more freedom, and experience more fulfillment. All right, let's dive in. So you're going to be shocked. All of you are going to be shocked to discover just how close you are to having a 6 or 7-figure online training business. It is not as hard as you may have believed, even though it may not be something that you personally have experienced yet. I find people that they go from zero, having no business, to making $10,000 a month in their first month, and it happens every single month. It happens all the time in our world. So you'll be shocked to see how close you are too. So why should you hang around for the entire training? Let me tell you, I have helped over 900 plus fit pros and health pros create full-time online training and coaching businesses. If I've done it for 900 others, I could probably do it for you too, if that's what you want. I have more than 100 and counting fit pros who have used our Life Changer system to create $100,000 in income with our client generation and acquisition systems for their business in just the last 12 months. I'm brutally honest. Another reason why you should say I'm brutally honest what it takes to actually get results fast in your online training business. And sometimes that's to a fault. Some people may not like how honest I can be, how direct I can be. Okay, if you're the person that likes to be coached, you're going to like this training. And I'm on a mission. Life Changers is on a mission to reinvent coaching. So transformers, which are the people that are fit pros or health pros, can serve more people while having more fun and more freedom. Okay. Plus, I'm really funny and have amazing hair. And that is, in my own estimation, those two things are true. Okay. So who's this training for? This training is for you if you're a certified fit pro, health pro, registered dietitian, a studio owner, a gym owner who wants to transition to create an online training business instead of training in the gym or in person. This is also for you if you have a job that is not in the fitness world, but you have a certification as a fit pro or a health pro, and you now want to take your passion and turn it into your monthly profit. Okay. Now, it's also for you if you've had some success, but you just don't know what's keeping you from hitting your next level in your online training business. Maybe you get a client here, a client there, sold an ebook, sold the challenge, but just haven't been able to create consistency in your business. You're tired of the ups and downs. You're tired of the feast and the famine. You're committed to changing people's lives and leaving a legacy. That's a big one. Part of our ethos is knowing that you are someone that's going to use this information for good and not just for your own benefit alone. Okay. You also need to not be afraid of challenges. The people that are in my world, they love to grow. You need to be coachable. You got to be open to real feedback without getting offended or taking it personally. And then finally, you're the kind of person that wants to create financial freedom for yourself and your family. If that sounds like you, say hell yeah in the chat. Okay. Now, this is not for you if you are not yet certified or have never been certified in fitness or health coaching, or you're a scam artist. Okay, if you're a scam artist and you want to scam people out of their money, please exit the training now. And another thing, if you like the idea of playing business but don't ever want to invest in your business, you don't see the value of investing in your career and your ability to change more lives, it's probably not for you. if you don't actually give a shit about changing lives and you just want people's money, probably not for you. And if you're not willing to put in the work or the time to do this, I can't help you. Now, the sad thing about most fit pros is that they have so much passion to change other people's lives, but they never actually get the business strategy they need to help more people. So besides the fact that they're unnecessarily struggling just because they don't have the right knowledge for growing their business, they also feel like they have to settle as a result of not having that information for making $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, maybe max $4,000 a month. Now, another sad thing is that most fit pros don't actually know somebody else that's doing well in their online training business. They don't know anybody else making $100,000 a year. They don't know anyone making $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 a year like they see our trainers do. They don't know anybody else personally. So literally, they don't even believe that it's possible to reach six figures. Or if they do believe that it's possible, they don't believe that it's possible for them. They feel that they have something inherently wrong, or there's something inherently different about them that keeps them from success. Or if they do think they can make $200,000, they think they gotta suffer to get there. They gotta take on shitty clients. They gotta work around the clock nonstop on things that they don't like. Or if they don't have to take on shitty clients, they know that they need to charge more, like $1,000, $2,000, $4,000 for a client. They don't feel like they can. They don't feel like it's possible to charge more. They just don't know how to put it all together. And ultimately, one of the bigger issues here that I see with so many fit pros or health pros is they have this desire to change lives, but they create all these stories in their head about why they're not the right kind of person. They're not expert enough. They're not qualified enough. They don't have enough experience. And so they feel like an imposter. One of the things that holds so many fit pros back is feeling like an imposter. And so what they do is they kind of keep their life exactly today, the way that it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, because they got comfortable as a trainer. They got comfortable with having that certification, but not having that full-time or six-figure business. And then one final thing is the people that are even the good trainers or the good health coaches, they work around the clock. They trade so many hours of their time for pennies. And even with working full-time or nonstop, they're still only barely able to pay their bills, or maybe just a little bit beyond that. Okay? So I get it. All those things were true about me. I was asking myself all the wrong questions, like, why is this so hard? Like, why am I putting in so much effort but feel like I'm getting nowhere in my business? Why do I have this deep passion? I feel like with this deep passion, this sense of purpose in my life, that means that I deserve more, that I need to be doing more in my life. But yet, nothing seems to be coming together with me. Why? And also, why am I copying other people that I think are successful and it's still not work for me? Ultimately, why does nobody love me? Okay, these are all the bullshit stories I was telling myself. Now, let me be specific. I was a broke fit pro. Even though I was putting in so many hours for my business, I still couldn't land consistent clients. I was stressed out. I was working 50, 60, sometimes 80 hours a week and not able to do fun stuff as a result. I knew I could make a bigger difference, but nothing was working. I was maxed, literally capped on the impact I could make. I felt forced to take on any client I could get online, even if they were a bad fit. I tried everything I saw others doing. All the things you see here, webinars, Facebook ads, building website, offer ebooks, post content, none of it worked. I didn't have one core offer that I was 100% confident in could build a 6 and then 7-figure training business. Does this sound familiar, anybody? Does this sound like you? Any of these things sound like where you're at? Listen, I get it. I've been there. Okay? Now, before we get going on getting more into this training here, I think it's worth mentioning, asking you this question. Imagine what your life would look like. I don't want to talk just about the struggle. I want to talk about, imagine what your life can look like if you could pocket $10,000 to $20,000 a month in your online training business, have a tremendous impact on other people, changing more lives. You could do this while having fun and fulfillment every single day. And you could do all of this for you and your family. I want to hear from the chat right now. Can you feel that right now? Come on. Come on. Can anyone feel this right now? Can you imagine what it's like? Imagine what you would do with that extra $10,000 a month. You could do it by being fulfilled that you're making a bigger difference. And you could be having fun every day with awesome clients you love and be able to do more for yourself and your family. Danielle says, feeling it. Jenna says, this pumps me up. She's got the good bumps. Let's go. Joe Justice, feels freaking good to make my family proud of the success and the lives I'm changing. Steffi Case has been imagining it for at least a year now. Come on. Listen, this is going to be your life. If you stick with me on this training and do as I say that you need to do, okay? Now, let's talk about what it means to be a broke fit pro versus a life changer fit pro. I want to share with you the difference between each of these, okay? Now, let's talk about what the broke fit pro experiences. The broke fit pro always has to chase new business. They got to struggle for another one. They don't have a choice who they work with. They, in other words, take what they can get. So anyone that reaches out that wants to work with them, they're a yes. Doesn't matter if they like working with that person or whatever else. They aren't building long-term wealth for themselves and their families, AKA they have no freedom or security. They're constantly stressed out and anxious. Even though they got into this business as a passion, they don't feel that passion right now. They feel the stress and the anxiety. They don't know how to scale to a healthy 6 or 7 figures. And by healthy, I mean profitable, where they keep the money. They aren't as profitable as they should be. They're undervalued and underappreciated in the market. They might have money if they're a very good trainer, been in this game a long time, but their time is not their own. They don't own their own time. They don't create a system. They trade hours for dollars. They don't regularly invest in themselves, another characteristic of broke fit pros. And their business is too complex. They feel confused. They don't know where to start. That's a broke fit pro. Let's talk about the life changer fit pro. The life changer fit pro, they know how many clients they're going to get based on previous success 30, 60, 90 days from now. They charge more to work with each client, and they work with fewer clients. They work with only the people they want to. They can do what they want with their time. They want to take off a Wednesday and just chill and read and spend time with their family and work out. They can do that. A life changer fit pro is minimal stress. They love the people they work with. This is so key. Life changes, business changes. You will love your work in a different way when you love your clients. They have systems that allow for greater impact. They understand the secret to accelerating their success is investing in themselves. And here's the kicker. They experience greater respect, admiration, and appreciation from their spouse, their family, their church, their friends. And by the way, I know a lot of fit pros and health pros. I know a lot of them are motivated by this. They want to be a difference maker for others, and they want to be seen in a positive light with respect by their peers. Does this sound like you? Okay, so that's the life changer fit pro versus the broke fit pro. So let's get into it, y'all. Who's ready for some training? Let's go. Come on. All right, so one more thing. I mean, just get it really, really specific. Again, as we get into this training, I want you to really understand what we're going to solve here together. If right now you are a yes to any of these, I want to know it in the chat. Are you selling a low price product, service, or offering, whether that's an ebook for training, that's a challenge for training, that is a per hour training? You're selling low price, and selling this is not going to be enough to hit your goals. You're attracting broke people right now, so you're not able to attract people that have the money to pay you. Are you attracting clients that don't appreciate you and what you do for them? And as a result, they are what I call fickle. They come and they go. There's a churn and burn in your client retention right now. Maybe you don't know where to start with your online training business. You feel stuck. You have no clarity on who you love working with. You don't even know who your ideal client is or who you should be selling to. You feel stuck there. You don't know how to market yourself. You don't know how to show up online. You don't know on what platforms. You don't know what to post. You don't know what hashtags. Because you heard somebody say hashtags in order to get clients consistently. And frankly, you're offering too many things and mistaking it for high value. It's not. Have you experienced any of these, y'all? Yes to all this stuff, Danielle says. Oscar says, yeah. Steffi says she's ready. Steffi says, yes, she's got a bruised head emoji. Anybody else? Derek says yes. Yes. Okay, I'd love to know which one's in the chat. Okay? So, let me just get into a bit of my story for you guys. As we go into this, I feel like it's important for you to know my background. So before I became a trainer, I was actually a door-to-door salesperson. Now, Hector, who's on this, he's going to know that he's going to remember this time when I was doing solar door-to-door sales. He's been with me since the beginning of becoming a trainer. And as you see on my little polo shirt, my cute little polo shirt, the Solstice, that was the brand I was selling door-to-door. And that car right there was my Honda Accord. There was a time shortly after this picture was taken where I was not a successful business owner. I was not good at this. I was not good at door-to-door sales in the solar industry. I was doing that because I was trying to figure out my career as a young man. And I thought, this is a way I can help people. It's good for the environment. I can make a decent living for myself. But I have this like kind of never say die, never quit mentality that had me continue to do this. And yes, in case you were curious about the background, that is a Chick-fil-A drive-thru in the background. I was a Chick-fil-A addict at one time. I was so bad at business and door-to-door sales that I actually ended up living out of this Honda Accord. This was actually my home. I was given this car on a loan by somebody that was successful and ended up living out of this car and not paying them back for a long time because I just couldn't make money for myself. Now, a few months after that picture was taken, I realized that if I was going to change my life, I needed to get around other kinds of people that were successful. I can tell you this, the biggest breakthrough of my life was if I want to be successful, I need to be around success. I need to be at the events. I need to be in the programs. I need to be talking to the mentors. I need to be hanging around the peers, everyone else that's successful. If I talk to losers, I'm going to become a loser. So I had this realization. I literally, right as I went homeless, the exact month that I did not have enough money to pay for my apartment anymore, paying $300 a month, I decided to go to this conference with Tony Robbins. And as you can see from this picture, we became best friends, okay? In this picture, this was the moment that Tony knew that I was going to become his best friend forever, okay? That's how much attention he was clearly giving me right now. So I got a picture with Tony, but at this event, I had a massive, massive breakthrough that Tony shared, and that is that proximity is power, and who you surround yourself is who you become. So I decided, hey, what's not working for me right now is building an online or is building a door-to-door sales business. I need to be around successful people in the online training world. I've gone through a massive physical transformation, and I had people asking me how to help train them, but I didn't know how to put it together in a business. So I started enrolling in programs, and the first person that I met was a guy named Ryan. Ryan was an online trainer, 19 years old, and he was making between $4,000 and $6,000 a month, and it just started a few months prior. He'd gotten a certification. He'd never been an in-person trainer, and it started training clients online. I met this guy. I'm like 19 years old, killing the game, making $4,000 to $6,000 a month. At the time, that felt like $1 million to me. And here he is. I started talking to him. He's like, I work 15 to 20 hours a week. And this is the kind of income I make working from my laptop, traveling around the United States. I was stunned. I couldn't believe that this was real. This guy was changing lives for a living. And here I am struggling with a job I don't like, I'm not good at, I'm living out of my car. Okay? I asked him what he was putting in these training programs for people. He said a nutrition plan, a workout plan, and a weekly call one-on-one. That's it. Nothing else. That was what Ryan told me he was putting in his program. I was absolutely flabbergasted. So right after that, however, when I was trying to put together the pieces, I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. Maybe I can put together my own program. Maybe I can create my own online training system. I had to get surgery. Right after that, I had to get surgery on my ACL to get it repaired. This is me laid up, still wearing my Solstice shirt. And it was on that time when I got my surgery done that I realized I can't even do door-to-door sales right now. It's going to be at least a couple weeks, maybe a month. And I got to get some income right now because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to eat next week. So that's when I launched my online training business officially, literally out of necessity. Now, within a few months after doing that, hiring mentors, going to events, I started traveling the world. I started traveling to New York, hanging out with friends there. I went on charity support trips. This was in Mexico. This was a house built in Mexico. I started hanging around other successful people so I could do this. I started traveling to Tulum, working from Tulum, Mexico. Just a few months later, this is another picture of me working in Tulum. If you don't get the picture with the laptop in paradise, it didn't happen. It did. I got proof. I started hosting events, teaching what I'd learned before long. And this was when Life Changer began. I started hosting a little bit bigger events. My first event was 4 people. This one was 10. Then I had an event where everybody dabbed with me. That became the signature move of Life Changer at this event. Any people out there that like to dab, come on, let me know. If you don't like to dab, then there's something wrong with you. All right, then I hosted an event with 22 people. Then this one, there was 60 people. And the next one was 90 people. Within 18 months, I created a podcast, which is the most rated and reviewed in the fitness business space by far, the Life Changer podcast. Holla if you're subscribed. I've been featured in Success Magazine, in Entrepreneur Magazine, in Inc. Magazine, and in Forbes. All of this happened in just a short time. You can see here, I don't know if you can see my mouse right here, but where it says income, this was in 2017, $1.8 million in income. I started this business at the beginning of 2016, and in my second year, I made more than $1 million in income. The first year I made $280,000, the second year over $1 million. I share this with you to see that it can happen fast, my friends. It can happen really fast if you have the right support. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, but wait, so that's great, Sterling, but I don't give a fuck about your success. I just want to get started my own online training business. How do I do that? Okay, first of all, I don't need that much profanity, all right? I don't need that much anger. I'm going to show you, okay? That's why you're here, all right? So you want to know the first secret to getting started? If you do, say, yeah, baby, in the chat. Say, yeah, baby, right now. Say, yeah, baby, if you want to know the first secret to make this happen. Oscar says, yeah, baby. Jenna Z says, yeah, baby. Joe says it. Steffi says it. Hootie. She even put the baby emoji. Let's go. Jenna, Derek, Danielle, James. Let's go. Okay, good. Let's go. All right. Here's the first secret to getting started. I'm going to share with you Life Changer 6-Figure Fit Pro secret numero uno. Now, here's the secret. Have you felt any of these feelings before I tell you the secret? Now, you're probably like, I'm feeling all the feelings, Sterling. Still, read this. This is important. This is related to the secret, because once you master the secret I'm about to tell you, you're going to eliminate all of this. Sure, other people can succeed, but it's not possible for me. I can't get started until I have this certification, until I have this person around me, until I have this house, until I have more money, blah, 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 blah. I feel like an imposter, so I need more certifications before I can get started. Let me wait until I have this vacation, this school, this month, this weekend, when I get a raise to start. I don't really need any more money. It would be selfish and wrong for me to want more. That's a big one for trainers. I feel selfish for wanting to get paid more. I'll just try it on my own first, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll ask for help. Oh, I've heard that so many times from failing trainers. I'm already doing pretty well, therefore I don't need to learn or grow anymore. That is a sign that you were headed backwards in your life. You're saying any of these things. So the result of all of those feelings is that you're going to get stuck. You're going to get nowhere. You're going to put in lots of effort, get no forward momentum. You're going to feel unfulfilled. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to have a lack of freedom. You're going to be lonely as hell. And if you have any of these feelings, it's a sure sign you're staying the same. All right? So the reason why you will succeed or fail in your Fit Pro business is one thing, and that is your mindset. Somebody write mindset in the chat right now. The reason why you will succeed or fail, the only reason, is your mindset. See, the bad news, if you don't change your mindset, you are headed for a life of pain, frustration, and regret forever. But the good news is that you can change your mindset, and when you do, you will experience growth, fulfillment, and leave your legacy. Is this good news right now? Hold on a second. Press the wrong button. Okay. So here's what happens when you change to an unstoppable mindset. All right, here's what happens when you change to an unstoppable mindset, which is what you need to grow a 6-figure training business. You immediately feel in flow. You have confidence in yourself like never before. You start producing results almost effortlessly. Results which used to be just a dream. You make a massive difference in other people's lives. Freedom is a byproduct because you almost automatically start doing what you know to do. You move from confusion to clarity, start growing rapidly, personally, and on and on and on. Now, here's the 3 components to an unstoppable mindset. Unstoppable mindset component number 1. In order to share this, I need to share with you my story with Lauren. Now, when I first started getting around successful coaches in early 2016, one of the first people that I met that was a successful coach was Lauren Peters. Now, one late night conversation with Lauren at my buddy's place, I was telling her my sob story about why I was trying everything in my business, but nothing seemed to work. And she asked me this powerful question. She said, well, who's mentoring you? And my response was very telling of my future. I said, well, I don't have enough money for a mentor. Otherwise, I would have already had one. And she said, that is the exact problem, Sterling, that would be solved if you got a mentor. I realized in that moment that I was trying to put the egg before the chicken. And I was trying to make enough money on my own with my own knowledge to get a mentor instead of realizing I need the mentor so that I can never have a problem with money again. And I need to find the money that I need in whatever way possible. Sign up with a mentor now because that will solve my business challenges once and for all. That conversation in February 2016 forever changed my life. I ended up borrowing money from my dad. I took as much money on credit cards as I could. And if I didn't have enough money on credit cards, I would have literally stood on the street and asked people for money. I would have gotten around other successful people, asked them for money in order to enroll with a mentor. I did, and in my first month with my first mentor, I went from making $1,000 a month to $4,000 a month. And the next month after that, I started making $12,000 a month by working with this first and second mentors. Okay, all because I realized I need to stop waiting for money to come to me on my own efforts, get money to invest in a mentor, and they'll show me the way for good. The first element of an unstoppable mindset, write this down, is coachability. And to share with you my breakthrough with Lauren, one of the things that Fit Pros, that I've noticed with Fit Pros, is they all tend to have this element of pride. Because they've achieved some level of success with their body, transforming their body, or in helping transform somebody else's body, they have this sense of pride. And they have been told this lie that weakness comes when you ask for help. You look stupid when you ask for help. I define weakness differently. Weakness is a lack of forward progress. If you are not progressing right now in your business, you are weak. And the only way that you get forward progress faster is by getting support. When I realized I didn't have to do it on my own and I could get the support from others that had already done it, I started growing rapidly. This is my first year as a result of this decision, $280,000. Second year, made $1.68 million. The breakthrough that I had that forever changed my life is I will no longer do it on my own. I will be coachable. Remember, if you've heard the saying about the lone wolf, is some people call themselves lone wolf. I work on my own. I operate by myself. Well, what happens to the lone wolf in nature? In the actual physical world, the lone wolf dies. You see, wolves travel in packs because that's how they survive. They take care of each other. They support each other. They care for each other. But when one wolf goes off on its own, that wolf is sure to die because wolves as humans are not meant to operate by themselves. So that's secret number 1. Unsolved mindset component number 2. Now, in order to share this, I got to share with you my story with Lewis Howes. This is one of my first mentors in online business. First, I enrolled in his academy, then later in his mastermind, worked with him privately. And one of the things that I did early on in my training business, I realized I wanted to work with somebody that was basically a celebrity in the online space. And so I offered to train him for free. So the way that I first became friends with Lewis was by training him for free. Like I tried to find guests for his podcast show. If you don't know, Lewis is one of the biggest podcasts on iTunes and certainly one of the top in personal development and self-help. And I met Lewis. I decided I was going to give him a ton of free value. He ended up giving me a testimonial on this video that I posted, and it boosted my business early on. This was released in mid-2016. But what happened as a result of me using this component that I am about to share with you, within 2 years, I was on his stage at the Summit of Greatness event with over 700 people present in Columbus, Ohio, and I received an award. This was called the Impact Award, and it was given to the person in his mastermind out of 22 people who had made the greatest transformation Okay. Now, 2 years prior to this, when I met Lewis, when I first met him, he told me that he believed in me. He told me that I had what it takes to succeed. Even though I was, right when I first met him, about to be homeless, and then it was about a year later that I showed you that picture of me training him, he had this like incomprehensible belief in me. And somehow the belief from him as an expert, as a mentor, as a leader in my life, made me believe too. Even though I didn't believe in myself, even though I didn't know anyone else that believed in me, and I was alone, he did. And within 2 short years, I received this award by going from $20,000 a month in income to over $300,000 a month in income within an 8-month period. That happened, and I received this award on stage at his event. So what's the secret? What's the thing that happened for me? I encountered belief. You see, when I was looking at other people succeeding around me and saying, oh, they're special, they have these special qualities that make them better than me, I could never succeed. But when I started looking at other success and seeing what's possible for me, I started succeeding. The way that you change your belief is you change your environment, change what you see, change your inputs, and then you will change your outputs as a result. Because write this down, who you spend time with is who you become. Who you spend time with is who you become. And when I started getting into masterminds like Lewis's, where I saw other people that were making $100,000 a month, I was like, screw it. If they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. So stop looking at other people that succeed and say, oh, they have some special quality, some special magical thing, and see other success as what's possible for you. Okay, unstoppable mindset component number 3. I'm going to start to move faster. I want to tell you quickly the story of acquiring my first $55,000 a year client. In my first year of coaching, there was a time about midway through the year where I was training, I was making between $16,000 to $19,000 a month, depending on the month. I was about 6 months removed from being homeless. And I realized I wanted to work with somebody that was super, super high ticket, that was going to work with me for health, but also life and leadership coaching. Even though I didn't have necessarily experience in those areas, I was going to read books. I was going to continue to learn from my mentors and do this. So I read a book that talked about how you can do really, really deep style of sales in a coaching call, and somebody will sign up for super high ticket prices. Between reading that book and talking with my $36,000 mentor, I hired a coach for $36,000 at this time already, even though I was only making $16,000 or $19,000 a month. And I was attending events. I'd spent the previous month $10,000 in going to events, literally $10,000 in going to events. I realized that I want to acquire a client that's at a next level. Within 1 month from when I made that decision, I acquired a client that was paying me $55,000. They paid me $30,000 up front, and within 3 months paid me the balance of $25,000. That's $55,000 for a year. And this is coming from somebody who a year prior to this moment literally was going homeless. How the hell does this happen? How can this happen, more importantly, for you? The 2 things that worked in my favor were I was coachable, and I believe the first 2 components of an unstoppable mindset, but then the third component brought it all together, and that was I became an implementer. You see, all that coaching in the world wouldn't have made a difference if I didn't actually do something with it. I realized the biggest threat to my business growth and legacy was procrastination. You see, as much as I said, oh, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it later, I was dead in the water. When I stopped waiting for my business to get better, instead implemented, success became automatic. You see, really important key with this also is that it was implementation plus mentorship. You try to do one without the other, you're going to get stuck and frustrated. If you implement without a mentor, you're not going to know which direction to go. That'll be like trying to go to a new destination without using your GPS. Mentorship is that GPS. The combination made it certain that I couldn't fail. In the end, the breakthrough was this: if I implement the advice of those who have what I want, I must succeed. It is impossible for me to fail. I asked a question in my Facebook group the other day: what would make it impossible for you to fail as an online trainer in your quest to make $100,000 a year? And I was looking for this answer. I was looking to see if people actually knew what makes it literally impossible for you to fail. It is this. It is implementing the strategy of a mentor that's been there, done that. Because if you do what has already been proven to work and you do it consistently, there is no way that you can fail. You make it impossible. Is this good news? Is this good news, anybody? So here's what's possible. I'm gonna like screen through these. I got over 50 of these case studies in limited time. Kevin Haynes, one of my students, he went from making, as you can see, $2,500 a month, killing himself as an online coach when he first started with me, to making $40,000 a month and getting a Tesla, getting his dream car less than a year later, okay? So this can happen. This happened because he changed his mindset and he changed his approach. That's a picture of his Tesla Model S. And he's saying there, couldn't have done it quickly without life-changing routine. It's because he combined mentorship with massive action. And in a week, this was taken just a couple weeks ago, he said he made $15,000 in a week. Okay, received, well, contracted $23,000 in a week. $23,000. How would your life change if this was you? Okay? So, and also at the bottom note, it's time to deliver to these new clients. He's excited to change lives. Okay? So $15,000 a week. Another one, Andrew McElwee. He's posted this in our community. There's unsolicited people just love sharing reviews about their experience with us. He said he's contracted $12,200 in his first month, whereas the month before, he was broke. He had nothing. He was just fired from a job as a trainer. First month, made $12,000, collected $10,000, and joined Impact a month later. He went from zero, no online training business experience, and just been fired, $12,000 in his first month, okay? And 4 months later, made $20,000 in April. So some people say, well, yeah, it's great to have it 1 month, but does it succeed? Does it continue? Well, I showed you 2 people that are doing it over time. Emily McDonald, her first month, before she joined us, she was making $1,500 a month as an in-person group trainer. Her first month with us, she made $6,000. Her second month, $10,000. Her third month, $15,000. Okay? This was her first 3 months as an online trainer with a tiny audience, with no Facebook ads, no trainings that she hosted online, nothing, just implementing our simple system. And then a year later, again, this is a year later post, she made $50,000 in 1 month, okay? Using the systems that we teach. And this is before, again, implementing ads with her. This is before we started building a team around her. This is before all the systems that have her scale. This is a year later, okay? So what would your life look like if you did this for yourself, right? This is Michael Chu, who's another student. I'm not going to share all the details here, but just look at 40 days after he made a plan to crush in his business. He'd been with us a year and a half by the time he made this post. He made $83,000 in 40 days. $83,000. Now, these numbers may seem absolutely crazy right now to you just because you're getting started, but this is what happens in our community. Again, you get into a different community. What used to seem impossible now seems normal. That's what happens. Dan, one of my first clients, $15.3 thousand of new business in his first 2.5 weeks. It all happened in a 7-day period, but it was from when he began to this 2.5 weeks. He later edited this to be $16.1 thousand. I could go on and on. Dominic Martino, again, $17,500 in his first month, but look where he was right before. He was literally crying. He was about to go out of business, and his dream was about to fail. And it felt like that. He was in total panic mode. He saw this guy named Sterling. 2 days later, he's buying the program. He tried to get a refund, okay, which I think is the best part of the story because he was scared. He was in total panic. But he was like, you know what? I can't get any worse. I got to stay all in on this. And then in his first month, he made $17,000. The bottom right, you know, he's French. So anyways, he's got some the English words or whatever. But just realize that it can all change so fast. Anne Marie, her first month, 4 weeks in, $13,500. Okay? A year later, again, she made $19,000 in a week, $38,000 in a month. This can all happen really fast. Okay, so who here could use some help creating an unstoppable mindset? I'm going to start zooming here on this content now, but I'm just curious to know who could use some help with this, okay? Hector's writing some stats about Emily. She's 1945 followers on IG. Yeah, it does 66. Danielle says, yes, please. Oscar says, Joe. Okay. Steffi says, loves that Tesla mom car. Let's go. Let's go. Who else? Steffi? Derek? Only got like 4 people that want this. Fine. Let me call. Joseph. Okay, here they come. Joseph, Derek, Who else wants this unstoppable mindset, is ready to blow this shit up? All right, let's keep it rolling. Here's Life Changer 6-Figure Fit Pro secret number 2. Now we're going to start to get a little bit tactical. This is called H3 training. Write it down, H3 training. Now, what is H3 training? You need this to grow a 6-figure business. It is an exclusive online training and coaching system designed specifically for the Fit Pro and the Health Pro who want to have more fun at work, number 1, so they only work with clients they love while doing what they love. Number 2, get paid more, so they experience more freedom and with their time, financial freedom and with time, and they can use their wealth to change more lives, do more good. And number 3 is make an impact and leave a legacy. They become the person they're meant to be and change as many lives as possible. Okay? So what does H3 stand for? You need a system, an offer that you can do this with, y'all. High volume. This is an offer that you can get unlimited people through so that when I start cranking the leads for you, you don't have to worry about delivery to those clients. You know you can serve more people. Number 2, high ticket. Means that you're going to serve these clients for a high price, which means you're going to get a high level of commitment from them. And therefore, you're going to get transformational results for them. And finally, high leverage. Unlike a gym or a studio owner, which requires you to have a lot of overhead and time in person with people, with purely online high ticket training, you can scale your training to more people without high overhead or needing to meet in person. Which, by the way, every time you have to meet with someone in person, it's blocking you from freedom. Now, see, here's why an H3 training offer is the only way for you to grow your business fast. It's designed to be the ideal marriage of getting your clients amazing results and keep you removed from the day-to-day and hour-to-hour training. This is for the Fit Pro who wants to help the most people transform. That kind of person needs to make sure that they have the right system to do it. With this one, they can. And this is also for the Fit Pro that wants the most freedom and financial growth possible. They can only do it here because of the high profit margins. The more profit that you make in your business, the more you are able to add team members, the more that you're able to invest in marketing. Literally, it's the only way that you can serve the most people no matter where you start from. Okay? But what about gym owners? I hear gym owners make a lot of money. I just felt like I had to speak to this. A lot of trainers believe that the next step to changing more lives, make more money, is to become a gym owner. Yet, sadly, even gym owners who do quote unquote well don't make nearly what their revenue is. A common profit margin for a strong gym, one gym doing well, is 30,000 or is 20%. So if they say they make 30K, they're really making 6K a month profit. But here's the difference in online training. Profit margins are closer to 60% on the low end. So if you're making 30K a month in your online training business, you're probably netting closer to $18,000 a month conservatively after you pay everything else. It's because with online, there is less overhead. It's pretty great, right? So it's so much better to be an online trainer and grow your income than it is to be a gym owner, because with gyms, you got to pay so much more out. Plus, with online training, you can succeed faster because purely online elements are easily shareable. You see, this is one of the things we've done with LCA is we have built a marketing funnel, a membership site platform, content pieces to post, sales scripts, literally everything right over to you. You don't have to go buy a property. You don't have to do any of that stuff that would slow you down. You can just get it all shared to you in an instant. You see, doing work in person as a trainer or gym owner has to be built from scratch with way more effort and cash, but H3 offers are a new and better way, okay? So how much should you charge? I get this question all the time. I've tested this through 912 Fit Pros, and I prefer a minimum of $1,500 per 12 weeks. Somebody write in the chat, $1,500. However, it's gonna vary based on your client's pain and problem that you're solving. To that effect, many of Life Changers will charge $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, some as much as $10,000 for their online training. I've seen tens of thousands of clients purchase fitness programs at the price above. If you're skeptical that this can happen for you, it happens every day, every single day, all over the world, in our world. And it's important for you to know this: the more you charge, the better the quality of the client, the more focused that client's going to be, the more they'll implement, the more they'll show up. And also, the more you charge, the fewer clients you need to take and the better results you can provide for each one. Okay? Hopefully this is helpful. So how will increasing price, this is another one, is like, why would I increase my price if I want to serve more people? How will it help my clients? Write this down. When people pay more, they pay more attention. So when clients invest more with you than they have with anyone else, they tend to get the weight loss, muscle gain, performance and health they've been looking for. But another way, money is the highest form of commitment. So if you want to create more committed and more transformed clients, charge more. Somebody say, charge more. Somebody say it. Come on, charge more. Wondering how to make this happen for yourself? All you need to get clients buying at these prices is, all you need to know exactly what to say in your content, in your ads, in your sales interactions to attract this kind of buyers. Let me just ask this. If you knew exactly what to say, like done for you posts, words to say in your content, in your ads, and in your sales interactions, conversations, would you be able to sell these things? Like if you knew exactly the content, exactly where to find the people that you need to buy from you, exactly the ads to make, and exactly what to say on the phone, in the DMs, everything to sell these kind of clients, would you be successful? I'm just curious. I'm waiting in the chat. Would you be successful? Danielle says, fuck yes. R Real says yes. Anyone else? I mean, literally, like all you need is the exact words to say, right? Or is there something else I'm missing? Tia says, hell yeah, really. Derek says yes. Jenna says yes, so it helps so much. Okay, great. So let me keep going. Here's when you don't offer H3 training. Like, here's what happens. Your clients aren't willing to write you big checks, obviously. They're not going to pay you more. Prospects also don't know that you're the best because you're undercharging. So they actually don't trust that you're good at what you do. You end up trading hours for dollars. Literally, it's the only way that you're going to end up making money is by giving away your time, because you will think that thinking more time with the clients gets them better results, and it doesn't. And you end up working way too many hours. Your clients in the end don't get the results they want, so they don't stay long-term, they don't retain with you, and they don't refer their friends. All right, now let's create your H3 training plan. Here's what you're gonna need to have your plan. You're gonna need to, for high volume, use an online delivery process, which gives someone step-by-step instructions over a full 12 weeks. It's gonna need to include training videos, meal plans, check-in protocol, ways of getting support, coaching, all of that. Okay, with LCA, obviously, this is all done. We just share, we click one button, and then you have this already done for you, your own website. High ticket, you're gonna need to sell packages of 12 weeks minimum of $1,500 in price. You can also begin with $2,000 or $2,800. You need a high leverage system, which is a system of check-in scripts, coaching calls, and communication, which keep your clients on track while requiring minimum personal effort from you or a member of your team. And this is important. Your stuff's gotta work. Like, you gotta know what to do if you want to get retention and referrals. Keep your clients for the long term and get more clients referred to you. As if I needed to say, but why make sure clients get results? Look at that second note there. Delivery in today's day and age is the new and better marketing. The only way you're going to succeed long term is if you're actually good at doing what you do. The reason why I've had over 900 clients and 100 that did 100,000 just the last year is because delivery is my focus. So you need the same focus for your clients, okay? If your clients don't implement, then they won't transform ultimately. You need a system that gets them to implement. Okay, so the phases of scaling your H3 training is you need to identify the perfect person you'd love to work with. You need to create a program designed specifically for them. You need to sell that program and improve it with each new client's feedback. And then you need to scale that training offer through the 7 stages of growth. Cough, cough, life changer coach code. You didn't know it. Now you know about it. It's a step-by-step process to go from 0 to 7 figures. Tells you what to do based on what stage of business you're at. You need to, that's the 4 steps: identify, validate, optimize, and scale. Okay? In the end, what an H3 training offer does is it lets your prospects know, well, we're gonna skip this, I already said that. Here's what's possible when you create an H3 training offer. This is Maria, one of my clients. As you can see here, she bought a new BMW car. She put a lot of caps, or put a lot of random letters at the top of this post. Made $20,000 in this month. When I found her, she was working 4 jobs as a hairstylist, as a massage therapist, as a waitress, and an in-person personal trainer. Within 3 months, she quit all those jobs, was making $20,000 a month, and bought herself a new car. So this is what happens when you use an online training system. She's also now moved to across the country from Springfield, Missouri to Long Beach, California, to her dream location. This is Jen Coco. This is a year in. She made this post in our Life Changer community. A year into our world, she did this, and her people say, can it be done? Yes, it can be done over the long term. Okay, I'm going to skip most of this. You feel free to screenshot this if you want to see it. It's in our group. But she's literally like, she had no online training business when she started, and within a couple months, she was making $10,000 a month in her second and third month. And then within a year, she'd put over $100,000 into her savings account. That's actually a picture of her screen. That's a picture of her bank account, her savings account after a year. So just see that this is possible. Like, she's getting $30,000 a month, and she's keeping a huge percentage after paying for all the stuff that she wants. $100,000 in savings in 1 year. How many of you could get used to the idea of having $100,000 extra in your savings account? Just like to know. Megan Robitaille, another one. When she started with us, she was making $1,500 a month in her in-person job, got fired from that job. Within a couple months, she was making $15,000, $7,000, $17,000, $22,000, as you can see on the right side there. In my first month, I did around $6K. Third, I made it to $10K. Once I joined Impact, I got into $15K, $17K, $22K, and she's not even 24 yet. She's not even 24 years old. So she was a skeptic. She didn't believe that it was possible. She said that it was fucking crazy. She had to do a bank transfer to join because she had no credit. But this is the results. She believed in herself. She followed the process, and she used the H3 offer. This is from May. This is a month ago. She's now been with us, I think, 9 or 10 months in our world. She's $30,000 that she made in a single month. So just remember, it can be you. Angelica, another one, within a couple months of joining, she was making $23,000 in a month. She was an in-person personal trainer, never did online, joined us, moved everything to online, making $20,000 a month. Hey, Hootie, who's actually here live with us, she joined and had never done on her online health coaching business before, but then within just a couple months, she had made $30,000. She's made posts about that, but this one is 2 months in. She made $16,500, and then the third month made $14,000. She's got 4 boys. She did this with being a very full-time mom, okay? She joined other health coaching programs before, tiny following on Facebook, no ads, no health coaching business, but she's an implementer. I've got the stuff. Someone implements is taken care of, and that's what Hootie proves here by her results. And this was her message to me. She sent me a message on Facebook, which I loved it. Thank you so much. Freaking love you, Hootie. Liba, actually, Hootie referred Liba. Within her first 6 weeks, she made $15,000 in her first 6 weeks. There you go. Abby Stassier, her first month, I could go on and on. $15,000 or $10,000 her first month, had no health coaching business whatsoever, just had a certification, was working 2 jobs in school, killing herself, still made $10,000 and over $10,000 in her first month. And now she is, and from this post a few months later, she made $75,000 in her business. She's also 23 years old, very young, and is just hustling using our system. Justin Janosker, first month, he set a goal for $8,000 in his first month. He'd never made more than $2,000 a month in his business before joining. First month, made $12,000. And as you can see, what is at the bottom there, bottom left, first month made $11,000, following month $12,000, in October reaching $12,000. Go ahead to go to the top right. Within a year, he'd made over $165,000. He's collected that in his first year. Okay, so again, these people stay with us over the long term, and they're showing you what's possible when you have an H3 offer, when you charge more. All right, who could use the help right now to build an incredible H3 training system for your online business? Who would like the help? I'm curious. Drop it in the chat right meow. Andrew said, yo, peeps, I've been in LCAs for 6 months and will have contracted $100,000 revenue by the end of the month. Started from scratch. Let's go. Meredith joined LCA last year. Now I average over $7,000 a month. Oh, wow. All these people, all the clients are coming on here. 8K this week. Hootie is on here actually live saying it. Let's go. Work 5 jobs right now. Tia, so you get it. Who else wants? We got Derek who says he wants it. A bunch of my students. I love that you guys are on here. Thanks for showing up, hanging out. Who wouldn't, All Real says. Adrian, or Adriana, I believe. Steffi K says she wants it. Jenna says she wants it. Joey Boomagat, if I'm saying it correctly, my plant-based buddy. Got Oscar, Danielle, Joe. Like, Andrew wants to sign up again. Andrew, listen, spend your own damn money in your own business, all right? Like, hire some more people with that money you're making. Let's get you scaling, bruh. All right? I want it. I have to have it. Pasha, you're in, bro. You're scaling with us. Come on, man. All right. Let's keep going. I want to share with you a little bit more about me. It's important, I feel like, for us to get to know each other because we be buddies. My name's Sterling. I'm the founder of Life Changer. I'm ambidextrous, and I'm a former drummer. I used to play in a traveling rock band. I've already helped over 912 fit pros. My passion in life. At one point, when I was first making my fitness transformation, I gained 15 pounds of muscle in 30 days. You can see that in the bottom right corner. And that was without gear. That was purely naturally. Okay. I'm a former pastor. So I was planning on becoming a pastor and evangelist for a season of my life. That was my plan. No longer the plan. No longer going to happen. That was before I became a door-to-door salesperson. I have an amazing rock star, incredibly beautiful, intelligent, inspiring, powerful girlfriend named Haley. You see her there in Tulum in the top right. And my gift is in attraction, acquisition, and ascension for fit pros. And yes, I do have a 3-legged cat that I'm holding there in that picture. That is my cat named Gaines, aptly named. And remember, it's Gaines with a Z. That was when I first got him, and he had a cone on his head because they had a surgery to remove one of his legs because it was badly damaged in an accident. So picked him up from the shelter, and that's my boy. All right, that's enough about me. Let's talk about you. Okay? Have you experienced any of these problems? Or you talked about the offer, or you talked about the mindset. Do you feel like you're constantly talking to unqualified prospects, like people that can't buy from you, or people that don't work for you, that aren't the right kind of people, like they don't have the money or whatever? Or maybe you don't have enough people to talk to who know who you are and how you can change their life. You don't know what content to post or ads to run, which are going to pull in your perfect prospect. Bottom line, you don't have a dependable system to get more clients when you want. You're always hunting without much success. You've tried podcasts, groups, books, ads, funnels, webinars, other programs, and you still will lack reliability and scalability. Let me know if this sounds like you. Do I understand you? Do I understand you? Cutie kitty, Danielle says. All Real says, now preaching to fit pros. Let's go! Preach! That's what I do. Joe says yes. Let's go. All right. Let's talk about Life Changer Fit Pro secret number 3. This is the POA lead generation system. If you want to generate more leads and get more clients, then you're going to want to pay attention. Do not leave me right now. Stay with me. Okay, so how would it feel to wake up every morning and have 3 to 5 qualified prospects booked on your calendar who are asking to talk to you about how you can help them lose weight and change their life, even if you don't have a big following, you don't run ads, you don't use a webinar, and you don't even have a freaking website? How would it feel? The POA lead system is the process that Life Changer Fit Pros leverage to give themselves healthy, predictable, and sustainable growth, moving from fast cash, which is the P, free cash, which is the O, and flowing cash, which is the A. Let's talk about it. If you don't have the POA lead system, you're going to lack consistent lead flow. You won't be able to scale your business. You can't quit your job or replace your partner's income like you may want because you don't know where your next client's coming from. You aren't able to predict your income the next 30, 60, or 90 days. You have to work too hard to convert prospects that aren't even good. You waste too much time on things that don't work, like unproven ads or a custom website, which you burn through cash on. You're going to end up working around the clock and still feel like you're not moving your training business forward, and you feel like you don't control anything. You feel powerless. This is what happens when you don't have a lead generation system. And guess what? This is my life every single day before I discovered this. I invested a lot of money to find it out. All right, so what does the system do for you? It gives you absolute control. Somebody say control in the chat. Somebody say control over how much opportunity you have to sign online training clients every month. I said control, people, right in the chat. It gives you a proven lead gen system for online fit pro specifically based on where you start, whether you're starting at 0, full-time, 6 figures a year, all the way up to 7. It does 80% of the heavy lifting and pre-converting your prospect on why you're the best. It gives you cash, which your clients pay to fund your ads. So if you're wondering, how do I afford ads? Well, you get clients for free first and you use that money to scale your ads, and ultimately gives you confidence, which is the only reason ultimately why we're changing lives first. Because we want more confidence. We want to believe more in ourselves. We want to believe that we're doing good work in the world, that we're meant for more. It's going to put a smile on your face, yo. Smile. All you need is 30 leads every week to generate 6 figures a year. All right, so the first stage of the POA lead system is your power base. This is where you sell to those who already know, like, and trust you, okay? So just so you understand how the POA lead system works is you get your power base, your organic, and your ads. You got the RIA, what I call the results in advance, PDF. These are things that you'll give to somebody once they find out about you. You'll have them do these things. You'll get somebody results in advance through a free resource. You'll get them into your free Facebook group. You'll give them free information, free challenge, and then you'll stack them up with testimonials. When you have these 4 elements working for you, then no matter where somebody comes from, whether it's power-based, organic, or ads, then right before they talk to you, you're going to have them fill out an application. You're going to have a conversation with them over the DMs and text, and then you're going to use a word-for-word sales script to close them. That's the flow of acquisition for your business. All these elements are necessary. Now, the first stage is power-based. The second stage is organic. This is where you sell to those who know about you. Okay, they're loosely in your network. They're not people that you know personally, but the people that know about you, but they don't yet trust you. These are people that might be considered Facebook friends, followers. If you have 1,000 Instagram followers, this would be those people, okay? Or people that follow other influencers that you follow. And then the third stage is ads. This is where you sell to those who have never heard about you. And this is unlimited in size. You will never, once you know how to sell from ads or generate leads from ads, you will never worry about leads again. Now, a lot of fit pros think that they start with ads, but that's a fool's errand. You need to learn how to get clients for free first, because that's the foundation. Okay? That's power-based. That's why when people join us, I'm like, here's how you get clients really fast, really easily, because then it takes all the pressure off. Cash takes all the pressure off. Then you start generating leads organically. Then you start generating leads via ads. Okay? So what are the results? The first thing that you're going to have to do if you want to generate leads on demand is you got to learn the POA. The stage 2 is you implement it. And stage 3 is you never worry about where your clients come from again. Okay? Bam. First thing that we're going to do is power-based leads. Then you're going to find organic leads. Then you're going to do ads leads. And that is how you will know forever that you'll have clients. One question that I get a lot from Fit Pros is, how do I know that I can do this consistently? How do I know for certain? Well, if you know that you can get the right message in front of the right people forever to attract into your world, you'll never worry about money again. You never will. And that's what each of these different tiers offer you. Remember, power-based is fast cash. Organic is free cash because you do it for free. It's just like you put in effort, make stuff, and then get leads. And then ads is it's flowing cash. It never ends when you can trade money for more money. Okay? I just doubled up this slide because I liked it so much. Okay, so power-based leads, in order to get to 6 figures a year, you need this. You just need 2 a month. You're going to close a large percentage of your power-based leads. If you close 1 of 2, that's 1,500. Organic leads, all you need is 40 leads a month. If you have 1,000 people that are either Facebook friends or Instagram followers, or you can generate those, which you totally can. Our system will show you how to get those if you don't have that many yet. You just need 40 leads a month. You close 5 of them. Again, 5 times 1,500 is 7,500. We're at 9,000. Okay? And ads leads, all you need is 100 leads a month. If you pay $8 on average, then that would be $800 a month that you spend. Okay. And by the way, I'm going on the high end conservatively for ads. You don't have to worry about ads just yet. I'm just saying for the future, once you start to master these first 2 levels, let's say you close 5 out of the 100. Okay. Only 5%. Then that's, again, another $7,500. What's the result if you do these things, which is very normal? Consistent leads on each of these levels is going to have you making $16,500 a month. Who here gets the math? Say math in the chat if you understand the math. Remember, the more on the earlier side, you're going to close a higher percentage of the leads. As you move up, you'll close a lower percentage, but it doesn't matter because if you get the math right, then you can scale. Okay, somebody write math in the chat. Got some people saying math. Okay, good. Math. Danielle, Joe, Tia says she needs control. Steffi, math. Who else? Math. Adrian says math. or Adriana. Jenna says math. Our Real says math. Anyone else? Come on, where my math at? Where my math? Beautiful math, Joseph says. Let's go. Beautiful math. I love it. Math, says Joey. All right, that's how you make a $200,000 a year. $16,000 a month is $200,000, or $16,600 a month is $200,000 a year in your online training business. When you can control your lead flow, you control your income. Write it down. When you can control your lead flow, you control your income. All right, I'm going to start zooming through these. Do not listen. Just like Drake is not listening in this meeting. Do not listen to somebody that says everyone should do a webinar, make a website, or run ads. One size does not fit all. And depending on where you start in your training business, you must do something different. Otherwise, you waste money and time. Okay, I'm gonna skip this. You see this now. The POA system allows you to know you'll get clients now if you need them, and then gives you a plan to get clients forever. Come on, yo. Ultimately, that's what's up. Here's what's possible when you use the POA lead generation system. This is Jamie Morocco when she first joined, and this is 63 days in. This is her first post, like letting people know what's up. She made $47,000 collected, $30,000 her first 2 months. She's worked with several business coaches. This is really important. She worked with several business coaches, and she had nothing bad to say about other business coaches, which just speaks to her character. But LCA is what took her to that next level. Obviously, you got to do the work, but ultimately, you got to do the work in the right environment. That's how you'll grow. So just a few months later, she showed that she collected over $100,000 since January 1st. This was in, if you look at May 9th, this one was supposed to about 5 months, or not even 4 months and 9 days. She made $100,000 collected. There's actual, looks like Stripe, and it's not even showing PayPal and Venmo, so there's more. So $100,000 actual screenshot there. And she did another post where she was sitting, she was in Tel Aviv. Can't see the picture here, but it's in the group if you want to see it. Contracted another $3,500 from the beach, yo. I can tell you LCA was a better investment for my business than my MBA was. MBA was a hell of a lot more expensive too. So it's just, she's just saying that it's the safest and best investment you make. You need to invest to grow. And this is from someone that's invested in a lot of places. Wayne Sutherland, another client for 2.5K. Piff, he was a studio owner, gave up his studio to do online because he saw it was the future, and he needed to secure his future for him, his wife, who's also in our program, and his little baby. So joining LCA, he's made $27,000. That was just a couple months, okay? And then looks like a few months later in March, he's making $20,000 a month. So that was in February, okay? Fritz, another plant-based gainster. This was his first month, I believe. He made $10,000. He had set it on his vision to do that. Before he joined us, he was making $300 a month. $300 a month. And then his first month, he made $10,000. But that's not all. Now, he makes $30,000 a month just a few months later. Made $30,000 in May. Or $42,000, excuse me, exactly, made $42,000. And then in his next month, he made $40,000. It was in June. At the end of June, he made that. So look, he's competing also at the bottom. You see, he's competing with Jen and Kevin for hitting $50,000. Again, you get into an environment where other people succeed. It feels more normal for you to crush it too. Okay, now he's going to be set up even more and blow past it. So again, 7 months in, not only is the business consistent, but it's scaling and growing, changing more lives. And then he just gives some examples on how things that he's doing that's working. Claire Siegel, another one. She did $16,000 in her first month. Yeah, 34 days. You see her at the bottom. $16,000 in income and $12,000 in the bank. And then this one, a few months later, she made $27,000 and $49,000 contracted. So just a few months later, about $50,000 a month. Okay, it all happens really fast, but also it happens consistently. Rob McDonald, no health coaching business whatsoever to speak of. Oh, and that was the same with Claire. No health coaching business before she joined. Zero, never made $1 online. Important to note. And same with Wayne Sutherland and Fritz. Like I said, was making $300 a month. So Robin never had any online business. A couple months into joining, making $13,000 and $9,000 in that month of June. Okay, this one in June, $7,500 in a week, $14,000 this month, and that was 21 days into the month. Okay, Samantha, $6K in November. This was when she first joined, and then in June she was making $20,000. She said that this was her goal. $14,000 contracted. This was 2 weeks into June. A couple weeks later, she'd made over $22,000 in June. Hillary, and about a month into the program, she, within a week's time, or it looks like, yeah, in a week's time, she made $20,000 with one of our lead generation systems. Hillary did, look, and Jacqueline is in the chat there. I did 8K my first month, 35,000 in 3 months. Let's go. Joe says big numbers. Come on, it's math, y'all. It's math. $21,000 in a week's time. Who here is down for these numbers? Like, you're tired of this being somebody else's numbers. You want it to be yours. Let me know. Alicia says, let's see here, made $8,000 in her first month. This was her first month, 8 weeks. She's contracted $8,000 in her first 2 months. Okay, Kelsey, got another one, 90 days in the academy. In that last 30 days, she made $1,500. In her first month, she made $17,000. I believe she says that here, yeah. So it's having 16K months. She was struggling to make $1,500 before she joined, and then started making $16,000 a month. These are all people that didn't have a sense of direction. They didn't know where to go. They didn't know how to generate leads. They didn't know how to sell. They didn't know other people that were succeeding. They really struggled to believe in themselves. Then she's making $16,000 a month and now joining Impact and scaling. And she's 22 years old. Look at that bottom line. 22 years old. If I can do it, so can you. Okay? Shit works. Check in. How we doing? Who wants to know how to generate leads on demand? The first element, I got one more element to go, y'all. We're going to wrap this up. The first element, you need to build a healthy six-figure online training business is an unstoppable mindset. The second element, you need to build a healthy six-figure online training business is H3 training offer. The third element you need to build a six-figure online training business is the POA lead system, and you can't have a consistent six-figure biz without all three. Have you experienced any of these problems? As we get to secret number 4, you see sales as a scary means to an end instead of an opportunity to serve. You lack confidence, so you end up charging less than you feel you deserve. You sell multiple things, an ebook, a challenge, in-person training, and feel unfocused and spread too thin as a result. Frankly, you feel bad about charging more, so you charge what you believe everyone can afford. And people say to you, yeah, I'm just going to wait till whatever, blah, blah, and then you never hear from those people again. If you ever felt those, that means that you need help on sales. Here's talk about six-figure secret number 4. Life-changing six-figure fit pros have a gains maker. That's a sales system, y'all. How would it feel to know that every month you will close 5, 10, or 15 high-value online training clients between $1,500 and $5,000 each or more, and do it easier than you thought because you're so well positioned to your market and know how to predictably turn X number of prospects into X amount of clients, and then have them thank you for it? How would it feel to be thanked by the people that spend large amounts of money with you, and have it happen every single month? Now, important with this is you have to be willing to put other people's needs ahead of your own. I'll never enroll someone to the LCA who is not a 100% perfect fit, for whom I can't risk my life to get results for, because I know we can deliver. If you're using these strategies to enroll people you can't help, then you're a bad person. I've seen it before, and I will never allow this to happen again. This is why we only work with certified fit pros and health pros, or those that have a track record of results with helping others, even if they're not certified. We only want to help those we're confident will change people's lives. If you don't know how to do this, you're going to consistently hear, I'll get back to you. I'm not sure I can afford this. I don't think it's the right time. You're going to be up and down emotionally and financially. You're going to have inconsistent paydays that negatively affect you and your family. You're going to be a servant to your business instead of your business serving you. You're going to make bad decisions from a place of fear instead of power and confidence, like a decision about how long to stay at your job before quitting. When you get a sale, it's going to feel like a big event because it doesn't happen often enough. You're going to feel like you have to convince them to buy from you. Okay, the gains maker requires you to truly know and believe that what creates gains. I'm going to skip this. You just got to know that what you got to offer is good shit. Okay? What the gains maker does for you is it transitions you from selling something they don't want to leading people to an offer that they crave. It makes you their trusted advisor and advocate instead of a salesperson wanting their money. Keep it going here. 3 rules of a gains maker. Number 1, write this down. Your job is to help people do what is truly best for them. When you sell to serve yourself, everyone loses. If you are selling or thinking of selling as a way to help you only, then you're going to suck. But when you sell to serve the client, everyone wins. I sell our program and service to the client. Sure, I get something out of it too. I'm a business owner. But I sell it because it adds value to the world. When I committed to this, my business got way more fun and easier. Let's talk about number 2. What is often best for people is outside of their comfort zone. The reason why I sell hard and I market hard and why I need to is because I've got to bring trainers outside of their comfort zone. You have to bring your clients out of their comfort zone. That's what it means to be a great salesperson, is to call people forward into the next level version of themselves. And people will never experience growth in their comfort zone with what they're used to. Never. They have to become more. Growth is not easy, but it is the most rewarding and fulfilling path in life. Caring deeply for others means you'll challenge them and call them forward. When you do this the right way, people will thank you for selling them. Write this down. Tough love is real love. And in order to make a big difference in the world and for yourself, you must get out of your comfort zone and lead others to do the same. Let's talk number 3. Most people are wired to stay inside their comfort zone. It is not natural for people to break their own habits and patterns. Most people don't lose, on this note, most people don't lose the weight they want and keep it off. The reason, and their only hope, is you calling them out. You got to call their asses out. To truly be a life changer, you have to help people believe in themselves and why their health is worth it. It's worth the sacrifice, worth the investment, worth the transformation. And even deeper, you must show the right people how committing and changing your life will help them achieve their destiny and help them become their best selves for those around them. You have a moral obligation to sell the right people because you are the hope of a better future. This is why I get so fucking amped about helping life change, about helping Fit Pros, because you are the hope of the world. Every single day, your work is what will make this world a better place. It's needed now more than ever. Okay, here's what's possible when you use the Gains Maker system. Jacqueline Lomax, she's been on here, she's sharing 30 days in LCA, 8,000 in her first 30 days. I'm gonna go through these fast, y'all. This was 2.5 months, contracted 25,000, collected 20, okay? And she was talking with some of the other students about what's working, that happens all the time. Jay Cavern, he did in his first month over $11,000. He never did online training before he joined. $11,000, just the same with a small audience. Since then, he's grown his audience quite a bit. Simon LCA, and look, he setting a goal to make $75,000. Just last month, he made $24,000 in his business. Nicole Dumont, $11,000 in her first 6 weeks going to high ticket. Didn't do online before that. Was a studio owner. And what she was saying, dive in. This is her advice to people at the bottom. Dive in LCA modules, instant support calls, believe in yourself, believe in LCA. And I could just say again, this was another 8 months later, $17,000 in May that she collected for herself. Okay, she's so grateful for LCA. LCA, you see there at the bottom. Love you, Nicole. She's a rock star. Kristen Adolfi, 6 clients in her first 6 weeks, 6,000 in just a few hours per week. She didn't want to work full time, totally fine. That's what she focused on. And then, like, just a few months later, her first $20,000 a month, almost hit it. She's hit $20,000 a month many, many times since then. She's still with us in Impact. Sammy Hosney, let's see, $7,500 for his first, for the last 11 days. This was within his first month. Let's see, 4 months later, he earned $39,000 in his first 4 months. Again, it's on the low end of what people do, but that's all right. It's still great. Like, this changed his life. He's traveling the world, didn't have a business before whatsoever. Okay. Annalisa Swingle, 50-year-old trainer, never did online before. She joined us, closed $11,000 in a week. Literally, like, didn't have an Instagram before she joined, didn't even know how this stuff, internet stuff worked. It's like a joke among us. $15,000 a few months later in the bank. Okay. Chad Molyneux, $24,000 in a month. He's sharing some things that have worked for him using our system. Okay. He went to $50,000 a month, just one more month later, and I did a video on it, so I just posted that. I did a video. It's actually on my page if you want to see. $50,000 in a month, y'all. Again, I toss these numbers around casually, but these are real people. So here's the question for you. I could go on and on. This is just scratching the surface. If they all did it, then why not you? quick recap. The Unstoppable Mindset, you need it. The H3 training offer, you need it. The POA lead system, you need it. The Gains Maker, you need it to grow a six-figure training business. Having these 4 things working for you gives you a clear path to building a sustainable Fit Pro business and long-term lasting impact. You got choices now. I've done what I said I was going to do. I've broken down the 4 biggest elements, found that life changer six-figure Fit Pros have, and what broke Fit Pros do not have. Now you decide which Fit Pro you're going to be. Which is it going to be? A life changer who changes lives for a living, or a broke Fit Pro? Right in the chat right now, let me know which one you're going to be. Okay, let me know. Look, we got a few people on here. We got Noah sharing his results. Look at all these people in the chat. We're going to refer to people's here right now because it changed my life. You guys text him as we speak. Kelsey says, oh, this is awesome. I didn't even invite these people. My students. Jasmine, I made 30K in the last 90 days. Kelsey, 9K in May, 10K in June. This is cool. Noah said 20,000 in his first 3 months. Life changer. Look at all these people saying life changer. $400 to my name, went all in underwater. Joined my first month at 12.2K. Megan is 30K for me. June was my biggest month at 27.5K. These are all in the chat right now. This is awesome. Seeing people join. I didn't even invite the students to join. They're just all saying April 13,500, May 9. Okay. All right. So choice number 1 is you go back to life as usual. That's what you can do. You can go back to being an underperforming, under-earning stress trainer or Fit Pro. You can go back to life as usual. Back to being stuck as an inconsistent, struggling Fit Pro, having a lot of desire to help others and achieve freedom, but no clarity on how to actually become a six-figure earning life changer. You can say, thanks, guys, but I think I'd like to go back to not making enough, not having enough opportunity, and trying to figure this all out by myself, on my own. And guess what? Nothing wrong with that, but there is another option. You can make this a defining moment. Are you going to do that? Life changer. You say, I've had enough struggling. I'm sick of not making the money I deserve. I'm sick of letting my fears hold me back from creating my dream life and creating the legacy I'm meant to create. It's time to win. Your time is now to make this where you ultimately have control over the things you do and the results you've seen in this class. Every life changer you saw, who commented, who put in the chat, each had to get sick of being broke Fit Pros and get on the phone with us to talk about what change looked like. You could say, I want to build this out with you guys because you've done it for yourself and for over 912 other Fit Pros, and I know you could do it for me too. Don't let it be just another moment where you can learn something, then walk away. Don't let this be you. Don't be the person that never utilizes it, never fully grasps its power to take you where you want to go. The easier, faster way is mentorship from somebody who has a proven roadmap to follow, consistently on the cutting edge, and people who have actually done it for themselves and hundreds of others. That is the fastest way for you to have your goals, and more are proving it every single day. If you want proven results, I have something very special for you. Obviously, there's no pressure whatsoever for you to take advantage of it. It's my job to put it in front of you. Your job is to take it or not. Over the next 2 days, I've set aside some time to talk to you and see if I can help you. We'll talk for roughly 45 minutes, map out an action plan for you to get consistent leads to your Fit Pro biz. Me and my team will help you see where to start from where you are now and use the system we talked about today to accelerate and amplify your current income, clients, etc. And if you want to just use the process I've used over 100 Fit Pros just last year, create a $100,000 earning income together through the online training business, my team and I are positive we can actually help you get these results you want. And I want to invite you to become one of those people, new clients we take on. There's absolutely no guarantee we'll make that invitation. We've got to talk to figure that out. And of course, zero pressure to do anything. If we do, this is up to you. So this could be the best 45 minutes of your entire year, set you up for the best year of your life so far. Listen, you got to be a certified health pro, Fit Pro. You have to be coachable, like actually follow instruction. Can't express this enough, stress this enough. And then you got to be in this to change lives too. Okay? Remember, certified Fit Pros, personal trainers, health pros, nutrition coaches, dietitians, gym owners who want to do online training. Okay, people who know how to change lives and are ready to get the business systems behind their expertise. You got to want the accelerated path. These are Fit Pros that respect the game, yo. Want to be the kind of client they wish to attract. Here's what you do. You go to sterlinggriffin.com/gains. Who wants in? Just do what Sterling and all the coaches tell you to do. I'm looking at the chat. Nick says, Athlete Academy. Just do what Sterling and all the coaches tell you to do, and you'll make 10K. All you got to do is take action. Who wants in? Comment, say, let's go, yo. Comment and say, let's go, yo. Do it. sterlinggriffin.com/GAINZ. GAINZ. That Z is super important. Gainz. Let's go, yo, Tia says. Danielle says, let's go, yo. We got Joe Justice. It says, let's go, yo. Joey says, let's go, yo. Look at all the students saying, do it. This is awesome. Meredith, do it. Megan, Robitaille, this is a pot of gold. A lot of people I mentioned here today. It's cool. They're here. Welcome to the fam, Joe. Be on the next one. Share your gains. Encourage people to join. LOL. Let's go. Happy for you, Joe. Heck yes, time to win. Quit my 2 jobs, Nick says, working 70 hours a week, traveling the world for 5 months, earning an average of 8K months while traveling and being in a different time zone every month. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. So no credit or loan. Let's go. All right, click this link, fill it out. Let me know when you do. I want to celebrate with you. Let me know as soon as you do. I'm going to wait on a couple minutes. I want to celebrate for those of you. It takes you 5 minutes, 3 minutes to knock this shit out. Okay? And while you're doing that, while you're filling that out, I only got a couple of spots left. I got a high percentage of referrals. Last month, over 50% of our clients, new LCA members, came by referrals because our students speak well about us. Students want to have more of their friends, their family join. We can only take so many clients each month. So let me know while you're filling that out. Jacqueline says, got gains while on vacation in Puerto Rico. Love it. Okay, so if we work together, just so you know, you'd work hands-on with my team to create every single little piece of your business so you get started, structured, selling, and scaling fast. Okay? That's the bottom line. There's much more I didn't get to in here. You can check out more in the group at lifechangercommunity.com if you're not already there. From our students, from posts that many of them are making training stuff. But most of all, you're gonna be able to see in there like what other people really are doing with this system. This is all I had in a 120-minute class, whatever this was. Or no, 90-minute class. If you're someone that I know we can really help on this call, we're gonna talk about that. If you're not, we're going to give you some ideas and clarity on a plan to use to get the results you want in your fit process. Either way you win, you're going to get supported. If you thought the presentation was good, you should see what it's like being a freaking client, yo. My team and I are obsessed with our members and their happiness. It's literally our top tenet, core value as a person, as people, is member obsession. There's nothing in the world more important than member results. We legitimately carry 90% plus success rate. We'll expect you, if you become a member, to be generating new clients and cash flow within 2 weeks. All right? So it's easy to start, but it's hard to be consistent and sustain your progress. Legacy and freedom, however, come through commitment. So right now, sterlinggriffin.com/gains. Somebody drop it in the chat again. A bunch of my students are like literally talking, wow, this is crazy. Andrew, listen up. I was skeptical. I was nervous, but I knew my life would only change if I made it change. And here I am 6 months later, having done 100K in contracted revenue. Megan says, it's literally up to you. Andrew says, you can do it too. Jacqueline says, when I first heard of such a program, I thought it was a scam, LOL. Now I have a 6-figure biz. Megan says, the course will make you successful. You can hold yourself back though. You just have to decide. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Andrew says, 6 gig. I thought it was a scam, LOL. Oh yeah, Andrew is laughing at Jacqueline calling it a scam. It's awesome. I was an impulse buy because I trusted Sterling. I knew that it was the right choice. Followed my gut. Now I made my entire last year's salary in 6 months of starting LCA. I told nobody in my life because they'd say it was a scam. Like when Megan signed up, she didn't tell anybody. She kept it a secret. I love it. 100K scam. Hector says he's joking. He's a member of my team on here. Yeah, it's a LOL. Seemed too good to be true, but now I get it. It is the process. Joey's like hearing scam. No, it's because my students are joking in the chat because they thought it was a scam when they joined. But now, obviously, they are stacking cash, changing lives, getting paid, making a bigger difference. So let me know if you filled it out. I want to celebrate with you. Hello, my bank account isn't a scam. My clients aren't a scam. Megan says the same thing. That's awesome. Hootie says, seriously, it just works. It's worth it. I've been trying for years. It's the only thing that works. Let's go. Now that's real shit. My freedom isn't a scam. Andrew says, awesome. Jacqueline, we changing lives, yo. Fulfillment ain't no scam. Jacqueline says, getting paid to do it. Love my life. Love it. So glad. So cool. Getting to hang out with my students here too. I get to hang out with all of you. Trainers that want to change your life. Once you fill it out, let's celebrate together. Any questions? Feel free to drop them in the chat. Okay, again, if we feel like it's a good fit, we'll talk about working together, seeing if the LCA is a good fit. You don't have to worry about, like, depending on what you need, the cost may vary, depending on what you want from us. So that's totally depending on where you start from and what you'd like support with. And we'll talk about that only if we feel like it's a good fit for us to work together based on what you've seen the other students making and saying here. We'll only work with you. We'll only even give you an offer if we feel like we can change your life. And even then, you don't have to buy. I mean, you don't have to do it. It's never going to twist your arm. But let me know if you're doing this, if you filled it out. Let me know if you're still with me. Filled it out. Tia says, that's what's up, Tia. Changing your life, girl. Come on. Joe says, filled it out. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Let's go. Joey says, I did it yesterday. What's up? On the recording, let me know if you filled it out. Let's freaking go. Send me a message. Let your boy know. Danielle says, almost done. Cool. Hector says, let's go. Tia and Joe are ready. Jacqueline says, student Jacqueline, they ready. Time to light it up. Time to light it up. Woohoo! So pumped. Cool. Remember, sterlinggriffin.com/gains. Drop your questions there. sterlinggriffin.com/gains. Fill it out. Celebrate together. Great presentation, Sterling. I have to go tend to my businesses. Let's do it. Slaved a couple of businesses right now, but making moves to be able to join soon. Let's go. I want to go all in, so my passion is. Steffi says, would you mind showing the H3 slide one more time? I missed one of the H's. I'll tell you right now, it is high volume, high ticket, and high leverage. Steffi, high volume, high ticket, high leverage, all necessary for you to grow your business. So are real. Don't be a slave to your businesses. Being a slave is a choice you've made. Choose out. Choose out and choose to be free, my brother. Let's go. It's time to choose freedom. Fill it out. Let's get you supported. Everything you need to change your life and change the lives of others. So Joey just said it again. High volume, high ticket, and high leverage. H3 means H 3 times. So for each of those. Cool. You're welcome, Steffi. Great for the day. Take care, make gains. I hear you. Let's go. Are real. All right. Congratulations to Danielle. Filled it out also. Let's go. Come on. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, my students, for being here as well. I'll give it up for my students. Again, you got to know, what's it going to cost you on your own? Mastering this on your own is going to cost you another 3 years minimum. Time you didn't have to spend. I have frequent trainers reach out to me, have been following me for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and exactly the same place in their business, aka they've gone nowhere as when they first found me. Don't let this be you. You're going to run out of energy trying this and trying that and doing a million things you just don't know will work, trial and error. It took me over $250,000 of investing in myself to create the business I now love, where I changed lives for a living. Literally, I've invested that money in myself, just my mind. Learn from my lessons of coaching 900 other fit pros so you can grow your training business faster than you ever thought possible. Okay? Sir Bob is the shoot. Thanks, Andrew. Cool. All right. That's it, y'all. Love you so much. I'll see you on the inside. Peace, love, and gains. Woo.